All right, welcome back, everybody, to Rome. And now we've got a very interesting matchup with Jovic taking on Gauff. Jovic, obviously one of the new Americans on the scene. Gauff has been around for a while and established herself as a two-time Grand Slam champion. But yeah, very highly anticipated matchup. They have played, well, they've never played before. First time meeting. So let's see. Let's see if it's weird to call Gauff like not the new generation because she's been around for so long. But Jovic is the new generation of American tennis, and Gauff is this generation of American tennis, right? So let's see. Also, Landalusi is up a set and a break against Bellucci. Also, Nakashima and Basilashvili have just started. All right. Well, let's see how Jovic can go. She's played Pegula. I think she's played Anisimova. So she's taken on a couple of the American current tennis, American tennis guard. So let's see if she can take on Coco and how she does against Coco. Gauff was fortunate to win the other day. She got out of that match very, very closely. By the way, Sinner's match doesn't start for another couple hours. It's also weird, the scheduling of this. I didn't realize how the schedule is today. It's really strange. So they've got Penko versus Kalinskaya is about to start. That's coming on in about 10-15 minutes. Sinner's match starts at 3 p.m. local time. Swiatek starts at 6 p.m. local time. So that's fun. And then obviously later in the night, we've got Raducanu versus Pliskova. But yeah, it's a weird, how they're scheduling all this stuff. Here we go. First point. We've got Jovic serving, and that goes out by Gauff. And it's 15-love. But let's see how this matches up. All right. 15-love. All right, he's going to back in now. The forehand of Gauff, and then Gauff overhits it. And it's 30-love. Jovic needs 3 years before challenging top 5. Well, she's already challenging people at the moment. But 3 years is a lot. Three years seems a little long. 40-love with an ace. All right, 40-love. Jovic first game. And nice serving. All right, Jovic holds. 1-love, first game. All right, 1-love. Let's see how Gauff serves. Obviously, this is going to be a big part of today's results. As it just Mirrors came out of focus. I think it's just you. I think it's just you. Might be the internet connection just buffering up and down. Maybe you just need to tweak the settings on your phone or whatever. All right, 1-love, Jovic. There's a point in the net from Gauff. There's love 15. Love 15. As the return goes in the backhand of Gauff. Backhand now from Jovic. To the backhand of Gauff. Jovic backhand to the forehand of Gauff. As Jovic hits the forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. Jovic keeps going to the forehand of Gauff. Gauff hits it long and it's love 30. Wow, Jovic hasn't lost a point. Which means Gauff hasn't won a point. Love 30. All right, 7 in the back of Jovic. Jovic hits it out. 15-30. 15-30. Seven to the backhand of Jovic. And then Gauff hits a backhand up the line for a winner. Beautiful shot. 30-all. Yeah, first meeting between these two. First time these two have played. All right, first is a fault, second serve. Second serve into the forehand of Jovic. To the forehand of Gauff. Jovic backhand again to the forehand of Gauff. Into the backhand of Jovic. Gauff with the slice. Jovic backhand again. Into the forehand of Gauff. Lob goes up. And wide. I tell you, Jovic's backhand to the forehand of Gauff has been very effective. 30-40, break point for Jovic. To take the early break. 30-40. There's a return. Goes into the forehand of Gauff. One out from Jovic. Goes long and we get the deuce. Deuce. Orlando Lucy is 5-3 in the second. He's up a set and a break against Bellucci. Serve into the backhand of Jovic. Forehand now from Gauff into the forehand of Jovic. As Gauff forehand up the line. Jovic gets there with a slice lob. In comes Gauff. Puts away the smash. Advantage. Gauff. Yeah, Runa withdrew from Roland Garros and Hamburg, which is a shame. All right, advantage. Advantage Gauff. As the forehand goes into the forehand of Jovic. Gauff with the forehand again to the forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand to forehand with Jovic. Now Gauff, she wins a point. That goes out by Jovic. And Gauff holds. 1-all. 1-1. All right. One. As with a forehand rally. Jovic again to the forehand of Gauff. Jovic Up the line to the back and a Gauff. Ooh, what a shot by Gauff up the line. Love 15. Great shot. Beautiful backhand up the line. If Jovic wins a Grand Slam, which could you see her winning? I'll be honest. I have no idea what she can do on clay yet, and I don't know what she can do on grass. So, Australian Open. I think we got to wait until the end of the year before we start. I don't think we know what Jovic's best and worst surfaces are yet. We can guess, but I mean, at this stage, you think that French Open is harder. Maybe US Open is more. But then, how does she deal with the pressure of being American in New York, right? Like, how does that? I think we just don't know enough yet to know if which slam she's gonna win. Based on the Australian Open, you think that there, but I think you got to wait until the end of the year before we can have a better answer and understand a bit more about Jovic's, like, how she handles different moments and different surfaces too, right? First says a fault, second serve. Second serve. With the forehand of Gauff. Forehand now from Jovic. The forehand of Gauff. Jovic goes up the line to the back of Gauff. Into the back of Jovic. Jovic hits it out. And it's love 40. Gauff to get the break. Gauff to get the break. Jovic serves. As we fault, second serve. And serving to the back end of Gauff. Back in now from Jovic. Into the net. There's the break. Just when we thought Jovic had got Gauff off to a bad start, Gauff gets the break. 2-1. Lana Lucy's into the fourth round. Damn. He hates clay, right? He's not a fan of the dirt. All right. Sure. I'm sure he's starting to love it now. All right. 2-1. Yeah, Landaluzzi's been on the list of young guns for a couple of years, but for probably about a year, but just hasn't obviously had the same success, instant success as some of these other guys. 2-1 Gauff with a break. Landaluzzi's 4-0 against Bellucci now. Wow, what a head-to-head. What a rivalry. Or not really, but do you feel like we are seeing a lot of promising young players at the moment compared to the last few years? No. There's always been promising young players. I mean, over the whole history of the sport. I think, like, on the men's side, we're seeing more young players now because the best players, the players that dominated, are gone, right? Like the guys that were like holding up the top of the rankings and holding, winning all the tournaments, they're gone, right? Nadal, Federer, Murray, right? And Djokovic is not as active, so it's opened up. It means that a lot of different names can have a chance, or at least younger players are winning them now. But there's always been the young players. I mean, as much as like people want to have a laugh, You go back to 2018, 2019, that the young players coming through were Tsitsipas, Rublev, Medvedev, Zverev. You know, those, that Berrettini, like that was Demonor, right? Fritz, Musetti, a little bit later, but Musetti was on the cusp. Rude, like that was the young players coming through. There was still plenty of young players. They just weren't winning because Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic were still, you know, had a stranglehold on literally everything, right? So they weren't giving out any free stuff. So, yeah, I mean, the only difference between then and now is that two of those guys are gone, and the other one doesn't play much. So, yeah, I don't think we're not seeing a lot more promising young players. It probably, you know what? A lot more promising young players are getting a chance now than before. Whereas before it was, well, good for you, but you also got to, you know, you've got to beat the greatest of all time, you know, two greats of all time back to back. Good luck. And I don't think many people were focusing as much on like young talent as they were more focusing on like the GOATs achieving great, amazing goals, right? I feel like the focus in like 2018, 19, 2020, even 21, before Alcaraz and Sinner kind of broke out, it was focusing on Djokovic and Nadal, Federer being, you know, who's going to be the greatest, right? The Grand Slam race was like super on, right? So like, yeah, Tsitsipas, Medvedev, Zverev, like, oh, they're great to like, you know, as a backup generation, like they're going to come through eventually, right, and win stuff. But I think it was more like the focus was more on like, oh, well, who's the greatest? That was the conversation. Whereas now it's like, well, Djokovic is the greatest, and everyone's like, well, who's going to challenge Alcaraz and Sinner? That's the conversation we're having. So we're probably focusing more on that, like who's going to take them on. So we're focusing on younger players a lot more because we're seeing, is it going to be Hodar? Is it going to be Menchik? Is it going to be Fonseca? Is it going to be Tien? Is it going to be Feast, right? I just think the conversation was different. But there was always young players. All right, Coco, 3-1. And on the women's side, I mean, same thing with Serena, right? We're probably focusing a lot more on Serena. And then even when she came back, it was all like, you know, every Grand Slam felt like, okay, well, is Serena going to win another one here? Is it this, you know? And then when she's gone, it's kind of opened it up to like, oh, okay, well, you know, well, Coco was kind of the focus in the early 2020s, and Swiatek, but there's always been young players around, more so on the WTA. Recently, it feels like young players winning big titles, you know. I'm talking like Andreeva winning big trophies and stuff, and Gauff, and, you know. 3-1. Kalinskaya and Ostapenko are about to play. Winner plays Castella. So that's going to be interesting. All right, there's a bit of forehand now from Jovic to the forehand of Gauff. Jovic forehand to the forehand of Gauff, up the line to the backhand of Jovic as Gauff backhand slice. Forehand from Jovic across the court to the forehand of Gauff, up the line to the backhand of Jovic. Gauff with the forehand into the forehand of Jovic. Jovic in the net. Gauff just too strong. And it's 15, love 15. Love 15. All right, as Jovic serves the fault, second serve. All right, as we get a double fault from Jovic, love 30. Gauff wanting that double break. Love 30. All right, there's a forehand rally. Jovic forehand up the line to the slice of Gauff. Jovic backhand. Cross court to the slice of Gauff. Jovic comes in and puts away the drive volley. And it's 15-30. All right, 15-30. As Jovic serves again. As Gauff too strong, but missing that one. All right. $30. As that goes out by Gauff on the return, 40-30. As Jovic serves again. And the backhand rally. Gauff hits it wide. Jovic takes the game and keeps it within one break. All right, 3-2. Gauff for the break. All right. 3-2. So serious, Cam? Yeah, it is a very serious day. I don't know why, but it is. It's very serious. All right. All right, Jovic, down one break. All right, here we go. Gauff, can she keep the break? As Gauff with a great serve, 15-love. Remember Sinner and Popper to come on in like 2 hours. So we've got some time if this match does fly through. Backhand goes up the line to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic again. The forehand of Gauff is Jovic. Forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. Gauff in the net, 15-0. All right, 15-0. As Gauff serves a let. And then she serves a fault. Second serve. 7 in the back into Jovic. Jovic hits it long. And it's 30-15. All right. Serve again from Gauff. Serve to the backhand of Jovic. Backhand from Gauff. Sliced. And then Jovic with a forehand up the line. Passing shot winner. 30-0. 30-0. Chance for Jovic to get the break back. First is the fault, second serve. Seven to the back of Jovic. Forward from Gauff into the back of Jovic. Gauff backing up the line of the front of Jovic. Into the front of Gauff. Gauff in the net. 30-40. Break back point for Jovic to get back on serve. All right, first serve the fault, second serve. Second serve, Gauff. Into the back of Jovic. Return to the back of Gauff. Jovic backing up the middle. Gauff with the forehand is long. We're back on serve. Jovic breaks back. 3-3. All right. And it is game on. 3-0. 26 minutes played. All right. All right. Love a hitting by Coco again. And it's 15. Love 15. Is this your tennis shirt? No, this is my Freddy Krueger shirt. Love 15. As that goes out by Coco, and it's 15-0. As a return, goes into the foot of Jovic. Jovic puts that away. 30-15. Serve again. Into the forehand of Gauff. Jovic backhand. Into the front of Gauff as Gauff wins a point. Jovic in the net. 30 all. As a return goes the forehand of Jovic. Gauff. Forehand again. The forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand again. Into the forehand of Jovic. Gauff up the line. Jovic with backhand cross court. Gauff gets it with her backhand into the forehand of Jovic. As Gauff goes forehand to forehand again with Jovic. Now Gauff hitting a backhand. Into the backhand of Jovic to the Gauff forehand. As they're backing up the line again from Jovic. Gauff forehand goes in the net. And Jovic 40-30. All right, now we're starting to get a real match. Both ladies are hitting well. 40-30. Jovic serves. Into the backhand of Gauff, up the line to the forehand of Jovic. Gauff backhand. Into the Jovic forehand is Gauff. With another backhand, Jovic keeps going to the backhand of Gauff. Jovic backhand on the stretch. Into the Gauff forehand. Gauff goes behind Jovic, who gets it back. But it hits the net. And it's deuce. Great hitting by Coco. So happy for Serrana. At least her win against Sabalenka won't be considered a fluke. Yeah. She did well to back that up. Deuce again. First serves a fault, second serve. As a return, goes in the forehand of Jovic. Gauff. Forehand goes long. Advantage Jovic. Advantage Jovic for the lead. All right, serve again. As a return, goes into the forehand of Jovic. Forehand from Gauff. Goes out. 4-3 Jovic. And Gauff's forehand is all over the place. And Jovic knows it. She's been smart about it and hit it straight to it. Making Gauff hit all the forehands. It is working. All right. How we doing, chap? By the way, we're so close to 300K. Appreciate that. By the way, chat, did you know? Today is a fun fact. Did you know that today is the day? And I only just realized this when I was having a look. Today, 7 years ago today, we hit 1,000 subscribers. Today is the 7 years since that happened. How crazy. To the day. May 11th, 2019. It was during Federer versus Team in Rome. That was an epic match too. And we hit 1,000 subscribers back then. It's crazy. I only just saw that. On the 7th of July in 2022, we got to 100K. So we'll celebrate that when we get to that. But yeah, crazy. Crazy times. And then we hit 10K in the start of 2020, which is cool. So yeah, and the rest is history. Yeah. Well, it's my birthday. Hey, well, happy birthday to you. So yeah, we're almost at 300K, but yeah, 7 years ago we hit it 1. That's crazy. A lot's changed. A lot has changed. We're watching Federer versus Team, which is one thing that's changed. Yeah. A lot of the players we watch now weren't even on the radar back then. So there you go. From now, how many subs in 7 years? Hopefully 1 million. That would be nice. Try and get to 1 mil. Well, if we do the math, right? What's 295 plus, like from now? We should have at least 500,000 subs by then. At least. Gauff with an ace, 40 love. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, just a fun tennis talk lore. As with a backhand return. Into the backhand of Gauff up the line of the forehand of Jovic. Forehand from Gauff off the tape. Doesn't go over. It's 40-15. By the way, Ostapenko and Kalinskaya are currently starting. And also, Tiafoe just started as well, so we'll keep an eye on him. Congrats to all your success. Thank you, and happy birthday. Hopefully it's a good one. All right, 40-15. As the return goes out. And it's 4 games all. 35 minutes played. 4 games all. Yeah, those early days of the channel were wild. That 2018, 2019, there was some wild times. Some wild times. I think the big challenge of that first year was that we had a 3-month stream ban because of a mistake that was made. So I couldn't stream Indian Wells in Miami that year. And then all the Grand Slams didn't understand what the hell was going on, so they all would ping us all the time. No, we're not showing the match. We're just hanging out and talking about it. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah. I remember talking to a guy at Wimbledon like 3 times going, no, I'm not, we're not showing the match. I'm just sitting there and talking. We're just having a talk. Oh, sorry, yeah. Enjoy the match. Sorry. 15-0. Crazy times. As Jovic serves again. Into the backhand of Gauff. Jovic forehand winner. All right, 30-15. Yeah, Runa's not playing the clay. What was the mistake? The mistake was a tournament thinking that we were watching the match and gave us a strike because they didn't know that we were doing they thought we were showing the match illegally, which we have never done and will never do. 30-15. To the back up the line, into the forehand of Gauff. Backhand now from Jovic. To the slice of Gauff. Into the forehand of Jovic. Is Gauff with the forehand on the stretch. Jovic forehand up the line. Just goes long. 30-0. Penko breaks 3-1. Nice. Penko Castell is kind of fire. If it weren't for those 3-month ban, we would have been at 300k by now. I know! Ah! Damn it. If we just had an Indian Wells and a Miami during that time, we would have made it. We would have got there quicker. All right, 30-0. All right, serve. Into the forehand of Gauff. Backhand now from Jovic is Gauff. Backhand to the backhand of Jovic. Gauff with the forehand. Again to the forehand of Jovic. Let's go forehand again to the forehand of Jovic. Up the line to the backhand of Gauff. Jovic backhand again. Into the backhand of Gauff, but Gauff in the net. This was at the start of 2019. It was just a... YouTube was different back in 2018-19. 2020, different. You have to break out the 12-pack at 300k. We're doing that. That's what we're doing. We're going to do that at 300k. Now Kostruk withdrew from the tournament. She's not playing this tournament. Serving to the forehand of Gauff. Return goes to the forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand into the backhand of Jovic. To the Gauff backhand up the line of the forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand again is a slice. Into the forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand on the stretch. Jovic forehand cross-court again. The forehand of Gauff. Gauff in the net. 5-4 Jovic. Nice hitting again from Jovic. All right. 5-4. So wait, what did somebody said that Runa said something about Sinner? What did he say? What did he say? Yeah, Kostruk pulled out of this tournament. I can't see anything that Runa said about Sinner. What are you talking about? Kim, how do you find the motivation to stream tennis matches when in the past football was the dominant sport to stream? Because I don't like football. I like tennis. All right. Gauff serving to stay in the set now. He commented that if he can make his game like robotic, that just speaks to how good he is, and people shouldn't criticize that. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Gauff serves the backhand of Jovic. Gauff with the backhand inside out to the forehand of Jovic. There's Gauff forehand again. The forehand of Jovic up the line to the backhand of Gauff. Jovic forehand goes wide. Just try to hit a little bit too aggressively. 15 love. That was Rude, not Runa. Oh, did you say Rude? Did you mean Casper Rude, or did you say Runa? You said Runa, but it's meant to be Rude, right? Rude said that. Oh, okay. Mia, Rude said that, not Runa. Ah, 30 love. What's up? What's up? Hey? Hey? What's up? What's up? What's up, hey? What is up? Do you mean Rude? Like Casper Rude, right? Rude said it, not Runa. Okay, that's why I can't find Runa saying it. All right, as Gauff hits in the net, 30-15. You want to say something? Say something? You want to say something? Take over. You got this. You got this. Go on. 30-15. 30-15. All right. 4-4 rally. That goes out by Jovic, and it's 40-15. Nice shot on the baseline from Gauff. 40-15. All right, 40-15. As that goes wide by Jovic. And it is 5-all. First set. 5-5. Pellegrino is up. Double break 3 love. Wow. All right, into the forehand rally. That goes up into the sky from Gauff. Jovic gets it back, and then Gauff with a lovely drop shot. And it's love 15. Beautiful rally by Coco. Love 15. Love 15. Pen goes up 4-1. As Jovic serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As a return, goes into the backhand of Jovic. Backhand now from Gauff. Into the forehand of Jovic. Gauff with the forehand again to the forehand of Jovic. Up the line to the backhand of Gauff. Jovic. Forehand again to the backhand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Jovic. Cross court. Gauff puts up a lob. Goes in. Back in the rally. Gauff. Jovic forehand again as Gauff with a forehand deep into the forehand of Jovic. Now Gauff with the backhand. Into the forehand of Jovic. As Gauff backhand again to the forehand of Jovic. Jovic in the net. Great hustle by Coco. That is how she won the French last year. Just great defense. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for Coco to break and serve for it here. All right, serve again. Ace MT. 15-30. $15.30. As a return, nope, that's called a fault. Second serve. Second serve. And the return goes into the backhand of Jovic. Backhand now from Gauff. To the backhand of Jovic. Gauff backhand again to the backhand of Jovic. Sliced. Into the forehand of Gauff. Jovic backhand on the stretch again as Gauff forehand. Again to the backhand of Jovic. Crossed into the backhand of Gauff now as they go backhand to backhand. And then Gauff goes up the line but wide. 30-0. God, they're playing some really good rallies now. 30-0. As Jovic serves. Basilic really just won the first set in a tiebreak, did he? First is a fault, second serve. Second serve. And Jovic shakes ahead. 30-40, double fault. No good. 30-40. All right, Coco to get the break here. Serving to the forehand of Gauff. Return goes into the forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand to the forehand of Jovic. Drop shot. Gauff can't get it back. Smart drop shot. Deuce. Great shot. All right, deuce. As Jovic serves again. A let. Serve. Into the backhand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic. Again to the forehand of Gauff. As Jovic up the line winner. Beautiful shot. And it's advantage Jovic. Advantage Jovic to take. The lead again. As a return, goes in the forehand of Jovic. Jovic hits it out, back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. This feels like a very important game for Jovic. Got to hold. Back to deuce. All right, first is a 4-second serve. All right, as we get a forehand rally slice now from Gauff into the forehand of Jovic. Jovic in the net. Coco takes another break point to break and serve the set. Advantage Gauff. As Jovic hits a massive winner. And it's back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. As we're backing up the line from Gauff off the tape of the forehand of Jovic. Forehand now from Gauff into the net. And it's advantage Jovic. To take the lead. By the way, chat, we're almost at 200 likes, so appreciate that. As the return goes short, Jovic backhand cross court, Gauff puts up a lob, but it's wide. Good hold by Jovic. And it's going to be Gauff serving to get to a tiebreak first set here. Okay. Penko won the first set 6-1. Against Kalinskaya. All right. All right. Good hold in the end by Jovic. 6-5. And Gauff's going to serve to get to the tiebreak. Kalinskaya injured? That's not good. All right, let's see if Gauff can get to this tiebreak. Let's see if she can get there. Off-court medical for Kalinskaya. That sucks. All right, Coco serving to get to a tiebreak. As the return goes in from Jovic to the front of Gauff. Jovic forehand to the back end of Gauff. And Gauff hits it wide. Love 15. This has nearly been an hour, this first set as well. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. All right, as the backhand from Gauff goes long. It's love 30. Big chance here for Jovic. Big chance to get the set here. Love 30. As the return goes into the front of Gauff, back into Jovic in the nets. 15-30. And the default second serve. As Gauff serves. Double fault. We got set points for Jovic, 15-40. That's rough. 15-40. Set points, Jovic to take the first set. As Jovic hits it out in the return, one save, 30-40. As the return goes in, the back end of Gauff up the line. To the front of Jovic. Gauff. Forehand again to the front of Jovic. Gauff. Forehand goes long. And Jovic takes the first. 7-5. God, how important was that 5-all game? 7-5. Jovic takes the first. All right. Man, Coco let that slip. All right, Jovic. Perfect start. Okay. First set, by the way, 8 winners and 16 errors from Gauff. 10 winners and 19 errors by Jovic. Both serving very well. Jovic won one more point in that set than Gauff. Did serve better, though, with aces. 3 aces to 2 double faults for Jovic, 1 ace and 1 double fault for Gauff. But yeah, Gauff just, I mean, that 5-all game, that was so important. And then Gauff did it. I think she double faulted for the first time in the match in that game, serving to get to a tiebreak. So first double fault caused her to go down set point. So overall, I mean, pretty decent set on serve for both ladies, but Jovic just held when she needed to. All right. Jovic takes the first. Winner of this will take on the winner of the Andreeva match, which is happening later. So, yeah. Gauff, when she's under pressure, double faults. We saw that in Australia against Svitolina. Yeah, that was... she does double fault at the worst times. Andreeva versus either of these two will be a good matchup. Oh, yeah. For sure. All right. And both players are chilling at the moment. I put money on Basilashvili to win a set. Cash my ticket. Hey, nice. Yeah, so Penko's 6-1 first set against Kalinskaya. Pellegrino is up 4-3 with a break against Tiafoe, first set. And Basilashvili is up a set and 1-all against Nakashima. So that's all going on. If you're just joining us as well, the winners of today so far, Kostya beat Noskova, and Rublev got the win as well. And so did Landalusi. So those are the results so far. All right, here we go. Double fault to start the second. Love 15. Pellegrino is a qualifier from Italy. He is 29 years old. So I wouldn't call him a new kid on the block, but let's call him a journeyman. With a great opportunity to play his first ever, by the way, he has played qualies here before, but his first ever main draw of a major event, because he hasn't even qualified for a Grand Slam before. He's played a lot. He's been a pro since 2016, so he's been around for a decade, but just hasn't been able to get that bit of luck. Real challenger level player. So yeah, he's in that like sort of between 100 and 300 in the world. Is that kind of that's where he's at. Did have a career high ranking though this year in 2026 March, right? 125. He's currently 155. So yeah, so not a new kid. Definitely a journeyman would be the right term for Pellegrino. Currently ranked, if I look at his live ranking, 133. If he does win today, he will go up to 127, which is getting close to his best, but then he's got to play Sinner probably. So he might get to play Sinner in front of this Italian crowd, but yeah, that's his reward. But he's almost a career high ranking after this week if he does win today. 15:30 here, Gauff with a chance to get the break, first game of the second. $15:30. There's a forehand from Jovic into the forehand of Gauff. Sliced to the forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand. Again, the forehand of Jovic. And it's Gauff with the backhand into the Jovic forehand. Jovic overhits it. No, she doesn't. Hit the line. Oh, Hawkeye said it was in. And Gauff overhits it with a shank. That was definitely out. 30-all. 126 if he wins. Yep. So he will be edging real close to that top ranking. All right, 30-all. Serve. Into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand now from Jovic. Into the forehand of Gauff. It's Jovic. Forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. Jovic forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. He's going forehand to forehand now. Jovic changes up with a backhand from Gauff. Jovic forehand up the line. Gauff with the backhand cross court. Jovic gets it. Backhand Gauff again. Jovic gets that with her backhand into the forehand of Gauff. And Gauff hits a winner. 30-40. Breakpoint Coco. No, no yawn counter today. I'm feeling less tired. Lovely shot from Coco. $30-40. $30-40. There's a bit of fault second serve. Serving to the backhand of Gauff. Backhand now from Jovic. Again, the backhand of Gauff is Jovic. Into that Gauff forehand. There's Jovic forehand to the backhand of Coco. And Coco hits an inside-out winner. And Gauff gets a break 1 love in the second. Great shot from Coco. All right, 1 love. One zero Gauff. In the second. I remember seeing Jovic last year at Wimbledon qualies and definitely had potential. Good young player. Yeah, for sure. All right, here we go. Gauff for the break. As Jovic in the net on the return. It's 15 love. Gauff serves again. And it's a let. All right, 15-all. Let's go for the fault again. Second serve. As the return goes back into Gauff. Corner from Jovic. Up the line is a winner. 15-30. Great hitting. 15-30. As Gauff serves again. First serve's a fault, second serve. Serve to the back of Jovic. Gauff with the backhand. Into the slice of Jovic. And Gauff puts away the smash. No, Jovic gets it back, but overhits it. 30-all. 30-all. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. Yeah, I did hear about Rooney, yeah. Second serve at the backhand of Jovic. Backhand from Gauff to the forehand of Jovic. Gauff forehand off the tape to the forehand of Jovic up the line. Gauff backhand into the forehand of Jovic. Gauff backhand again. Into the backhand of Jovic. Gauff again to the backhand of Jovic. Into the forehand of Gauff on the stretch. Jovic forehand to the backhand of Gauff now is Jovic. Cross forehand. Gauff gets it back. Jovic. Forehand up the line. Gauff with the backhand cross court. Jovic gets it with a slice. Backhand to Gauff again. And Jovic goes up the line with the backhand, but it's long, and Gauff gets the 40-30. 40-30 Gauff to consolidate this break. Runa's coming back on the grass, apparently, now. So his return has been postponed. Which, watching him train, some of the footage that he didn't look. He really didn't look like he was like ready to play high intensity, full on Grand Slam level tennis. Like he wasn't moving. He was moving well for somebody who had an Achilles injury, but he wasn't moving like he wasn't looking free flowing on the. Like he was looking good, but he didn't look like. It didn't seem to be like I would have seen him struggle to. And plus, also, training footage is so hard to judge off anything because like it was only like 30 seconds. So it's like, well, what? Like he put a story of him hitting 3 forehands. Okay, so what? He's looks great. Like it's just he did look a little bit sore, or he looked a little bit like tentative's probably the word. Like a little like not like he was hitting solid, but he wasn't like. He definitely wasn't pushing himself to the limit. Yeah, he wasn't moving like Demon or he wasn't like stretching himself to the limit. But again, it's so hard to know off like 3 shots either way if it's like he's sore or he's fine. But yeah, probably the right move. I mean, a lot of people were like, "Wow, Hamburg, that seems soon." So I don't think he's going to play until after Wimbledon. Personally, I don't think he's going to play Wimbledon either. Because when you play on grass, you really like your ankles and your feet and your knees, right? They really like got to keep the stability of the surface. Whereas on clay, you can slide. On grass, it's not really a slidey surface. Well, that's not really something that you do on grass. In fact, you get in trouble if you do. Don't Wimbledon give out fines if you're sliding on grass? 15-0. It's a slippery surface too. So like again. If you've ever like try to walk on like an ice rink or walking on slippery surface, you know how like you kind of take little steps, but then you're like all your lower leg muscles are like clenched because you just don't want to slip. So I don't know if it's going to be if his ankle is going to be his Achilles is going to be better or worse for the grass, right? Is it worth the risk? 15-0. I think clay was probably the most cushiest surface to come back on. So I don't know. We'll wait until we see him. He might not play. Coming back at Wimbledon, we'll see. If not, he'll play the clay after Wimbledon, surely. Surely. All right, that goes up by Gauff to the forehand of Jovic. As Gauff. With a forehand again, the forehand of Jovic, the forehand of Gauff, Gauff in the net, 40-15. There were so many falls at Wimbledon last year. Yeah, like can you imagine if he slipped? It would be so scary. As Gauff hits it out, and Jovic takes the game, and she's on the board. 2-1. 2-1. Gauff with a break in the second. Djokovic slides on grass all the time. Can you be more specific about fines? I don't know if there's fines. I just said, I think there might be. It's definitely not encouraged. I don't know if there's fines, but there's definitely... it ruins the grass. And we know that grass court tournaments are very precious about their grass. So, yeah. I don't know about fines, though. I know there's fines if you throw your racket into the grass and you dent the grass, but I'm not sure about... I'm not sure what the if there's a fine for sliding, but they definitely do not want you to slide on grass. It's definitely frowned upon and discouraged because it ruins the courts. Even if certain players do it sometimes. All right, 2-1 Coco with the break in the second. As Gauff serves. There's a backhand from Jovic is a winner. Cross-court passing shot. Nice. Love 15. Love 15. There's a 4-4 rally that goes out by Gauff. And there's love 30. Yeah, again, players... Again, I don't know what the rule is if there's any penalty for sliding on grass, but it's just okay. If you look up grass shoes, they've got little divots at the bottom of them, right? So it's not like flat shoes where you sliding on grass, it doesn't do anything. It has studs, or not studs, but it has they're special shoes so that you can get grip on the grass. If you're sliding in those shoes, they're gonna rip up the turf, and they don't want that because the grass is already getting pounded by many people standing on it, right, over 2 weeks. So that's why they don't want people sliding because it's just going to make the grass worse quicker, right? They can't resurface the grass every day. They don't do that. They just maintain it, but they can't replant it. So if you're sliding around, it's going to ruin it quicker. So they don't like it. They discourage it. I don't know if they give out fines or not, but they definitely don't like people sliding on the grass, even if players do it sometimes. And I'm sure they'll probably tap Alcaraz on the shoulder and be like, please don't do that. Please stop. Gauff gives the break back, by the way. All right. Coco broken. And Jovic is back on serve 2-2. 2 games all. The umpire actually reminds him not to damage the grass at the coin toss. There you go. There's specific grass court shoes. That's cool, yeah. But there's also shoes that you're not allowed to use on grass. So it's they're don't wear those shoes, wear these ones. I think they've just got a bit more of they've got not studs, but they've got they've got little bumps on the bottom of them that kind of keep them grippy, but also don't rip things up. Yeah, the bottom of the shoe is full of little bumps. So it's different to the usual shoe. I mean, they actually have 3 different types of shoes for the different surfaces. But yeah, they have I don't know what they call them. They call them pimples. Pimples at the bottom of the shoes. Whereas the bottom of a hard court shoe is more like an athletic shoe, and then the bottom of a clay shoe is a little bit more like there's more tread on them, because obviously on the clay you need to be able to grip onto the floor. But yeah, they're not studs. They're just like little like rubber, like again they're not studs. Studs are not that's not the right term. 30 love. Yeah, definitely no football shoes. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Dutchie. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't think they. I don't think the internet. I don't think AI. Yeah, you do get in trouble for throwing your racket into the grass and breaking like if you throw your racket, you do get in trouble for that because it damages the ground. But I don't know if sliding you get in trouble for sliding because you don't get unsportsmanlike conduct or abuse of equipment. You don't get that for sliding. So I think the AI might be wrong on that because it's thinking like, yeah, that's the problem with this shit. If you ask AI, it's so annoying. If you ask AI a question, it'll go, oh yeah, you do get a penalty if you throw your racket into the grass. It's like, yeah, but that's not what I asked. I hate that. That's what so bugs me so much about it. It doesn't answer questions properly. It refers to like, oh yeah, fines on grass. Yeah, if you throw your racket. No, what about if you slide? And then it's just like, doesn't know. It's so infuriating. That's what I hate it even more. Like it just draws from like a couple of keywords you've written and then grabs all this information and then it's like spits it out and you're like, that's not right at all. Like that's not even, you didn't even answer my question. Like it's so annoying. No, it's not you, Dutchie. It's fine. I'm just like ranting about, our future leaders, our future overlords. 40-30. No, it's such a pet peeve. Like, because it's great. Look, AI does help when you do get answers, but it doesn't give out the right answers. It's not 100%. It's annoying. It's like I want to know if I slide on grass at Wimbledon, do I get in trouble? And unfortunately, it's like you do get in trouble if you throw your racket. That's not what I. No, I didn't ask that, AI. I said specifically when I slide on the ground. They're like, huh? It's dumb. It doesn't understand. It's not understanding what I'm trying to say. Anyways, moving on. Coco is in trouble. She is in trouble. You have to constantly correct AI. Yeah, because it doesn't know because it hasn't learned yet. The only way it learns is if you keep asking it, and then it learns by getting it wrong. But it doesn't. Yeah, it's just. But the thing is, it gets it wrong once, and then you've just got to go. Well, I can't rely on this now. I have to go. You have to go. You always have to go check the sources of where it's getting information anyway. So then you can figure out what it's reading to understand anyway, right? Yeah, Tim Henman would know. You know what? We should ask a real tennis player. They would know. All right. Here we go. Someone ask Andy Roddick. He'll know. All right, here we go. Gauff serving again. Now, Penko's up 6-1, 5-2, 7 for the match. And Tiafoe's turned it around, which is nice to see for him. All right, 15 love, Gauff. As Gauff serves. Well, I thank you, Shubham, for the donation. Appreciate it. Serve. Into the backhand of Jovic. Forehand from Gauff goes wide, and it's 15-0. Uh, 15-0. The backhand return goes the backhand of Gauff. One out from Jovic. Goes long. 30-15. All right. 30-15. As we're back in the backhand rally, 40-15. Slice goes up from Jovic, and in comes Gauff for the forehand. Jovic with the pass. Gauff for the volley. Too good, and it's 3-all. 3 games all. All right, 3 games all. Three games all. All right, back to Jovic. 3-3. Into the backhand now from Gauff. Goes long, 15-love. All right, 15-love. All right, 15-love. As we serve. At the back of Gauff. Forehand out from Gauff into the forehand of Jovic. And Jovic hits a winner, 30-love. Love. All right. First serve is a fault, second serve. As a forehand rally, Gauff again to the forehand of Jovic. Into the back of Gauff. Gauff goes up the wide line and wide. And it's 40-love. So Ostapenko will take on Castella in the first quarterfinal tomorrow. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. All right, he's got a double fault from Jovic. And it's 40-15. Also, Basilashvili 4-all against Nakashima in the second set. And Pellegrino is up 4-1 against Tiafoe in the tiebreak. Forehand Gauff, it's the 40 Jovic. Jovic hits the long 40-30. I don't know what Kalinskai's injury was, but hopefully it's not serious. 40-30. And the return goes into the backhand of Jovic. Backhand of Gauff to the front of Jovic. As Gauff forehand up the line. Jovic backhand slice. Gauff backhand into the front of Jovic. Again to the front of Gauff. Gauff in the net. Jovic 4-3. She keeps the lead. All right, 4-3. She didn't shake Penko's hand? Oh, no. Oh. I have no idea why that didn't, but that's funny. I have no clue. Anyways. Beef. Yep, there's beef. All right. 4-3. Jovic with the lead. All right, 4-3. As Gauff serves. A fault. Second serve. Gauff's got to be careful. Because if this game... This is going to be a very serious game. If Coco does get broken here, it's looking pretty grim. Backhand to backhand rally. As Gauff with a lovely backhand off the line. Cross-court winner. 15 love. Oof, right on the line. 15 love. As with a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes to forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic. As Gauff forehand hit the line again. 30 love. All right. 30 love. All right. 30 love. As with a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the backhand of Gauff. Corner from Jovic. Gauff. Backhand again. The backhand of Jovic. Passing shot winner by Jovic. Too good. 30-15. All right. 30-15. Great shot, Jovic. Serve again. Into the backhand of Jovic is a let. 30-15. All right. Jovic, great return, 30-all. Jovic. Oh, Gauff, super lucky. Off the tape. Winner from Gauff, 40-30. That was lucky. By the way, that's the first time that Penko's beaten Kalinskaya ever. Kalinskaya's 4-0 before this week, including a match in Dubai where Kalinskaya came back from a set down to win. So, yeah, first time ever beating Kalinskaya for Penko. All right, 40-30. Jovic with a 4-1 inside-out winner. We get to deuce. So, yeah, apparently back in Dubai when they did play, Penko said some not nice things about Kalinskaya to her team. And I think both of them remember that. As Jovic hits a lob winner. Beautiful shot. She brings up a break point, which is almost a baby match point. Advantage Jovic. So, yeah, I don't think Kalinskaya wanted to shake the hands of somebody who was calling her names in their last match. Fair enough. And also Penko's probably thinking, well, I won. I don't care. All right, advantage for Jovic. As she hits a return out of the back of the Gauff. Jovic, backhand pass. Gauff with the volley in the nets. Jovic breaks. Final set. Sorry, second set, which if Jovic wins, it will be the final set. All right, Jovic going to serve the match. Wow. Who said about top 5, Jovic not beating top 5, blah, blah, blah? What were you saying? What do you mean? 5-3. By the way, Raul, do you ever have anything nice to say? You're always coming in here being like, ha ha, that person's losing. Do you ever say anything nice? Are you ever encouraging, or are you just really like, putting people down? 5-3. You take joy out of people losing. That's sad, man. As we return goes out by Gauff. 15 love. Penko channeling McEnroe. Hey, good for Penko, though. First win. First ever win against Kalinskaya. And now she's going to play Castello. Serve. Into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic. Again to the forehand of Gauff. Is Jovic forehand up the line. Gauff backhand. Into the backhand of Jovic is Gauff with the forehand into the net. 30 love. Wow. I'll tell you, Gauff could have easily won the first set, and she could have easily been up in the second. But Jovic has just fought hard to put herself in this situation. You want Coco to win all the time, Cam? Yeah, I'm the biggest Coco Gauff fan. Everybody knows that I'm super biased for Coco Gauff. Hey, Basilashvili just won. He's going to take on Rublev. Ooh, okay. 30-15. I already told you. Penko said some not nice things about Kalinskaya the last time they played, and that's why they were not shaking hands. That could be a reason. One of the reasons. If I say the words, we'll get demonetized. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Hey, Raul said a nice thing. He said Jovic is a future Serena. There you go. Hey. Oh, Jovic, what the hell was that second serve? Shanked it into the ground. 30-0. That was the worst second serve you'll ever see. She either lost it in the sun, but the sun's at her back, so no, or she just completely shanked it off the frame into the ground. No, 30-0. Foe won the first set tiebreak. Nice. Serve to the back of Gauff. Return is into the front of Jovic. Gauff, forehand. Up the line is long. Jovic has got a match point. 40-30. To take her spot in the quarterfinals, get her best win ever, and to possibly play Andreeva. I wonder if they played before. Juniors, maybe. 40-30. What did Penko say? She called Kalinskaya allegedly in their Dubai match some bad names to her team. That could have been part of it. Anyway, serve. Into the backhand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic into the front of Gauff. Jovic forehand to the backhand of Gauff. Into the front of Jovic. Gauff. Slice forehand. Jovic. Cross court forehand into the front of Gauff. Now Jovic up the line in the net. And Gauff survives. Deuce. Jovic survives. So not Jovic. Gauff survives. Jovic in the net. Deuce. We've got Jannik Sinner come up in 30 minutes, by the way. All right, deuce. Jovic serves again. Serving to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic in the backhand of Gauff. Jovic. Forehand with Gauff. There's Jovic again to the forehand of Gauff. Gauff hits a winner up the line. Jovic did slip over a little bit there, and Gauff got the advantage from it. By the way, Tiafoe didn't win the first set. What are you talking about? Definitely did not win the first set. He's down set point. All right. Coco to get back on serve. Here we go. Breakback point for Coco. Uber's arrived for Coco. Well, tell the Uber to wait. Because this match isn't over yet. Second serve, Jovic. Into the forehand of Gauff. Oh, return goes long. Bad return by Coco. All right, deuce. Yeah, Big Foe lost the first set. Also, Medvedev Novone about to start. All right, deuce. Jovic serves. To the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic to the backhand of Gauff. Jovic backhand on the stretch. Gauff comes to the net. Jovic pass. Oh, she slipped over again, Jovic. In the same spot. And Gauff gets to advantage. That's the same spot Jovic slipped over before. All right, advantage Coco to get back on serve. Yeah, Basilic really made the final of Indian Wells back 21, right? As we're back in now from Gauff up the line. Jovic forehand to the stretch. Gauff. Forehand missed. Oh, she had the line. Back to deuce. All right, deuce. As the return goes to forehand Jovic, forehand from Gauff. As the forehand from Jovic goes the backhand to Gauff. Jovic slice. Gauff comes in. And puts a forehand to the forehand of Jovic. Jovic's lob goes long. And it's advantage Coco. Another break point for Gauff to get back on serve. As Jovic serves. A fault. Second serve. As the return goes for Jovic. Jovic hits it wide. Gauff does break back. Jovic, by the way, I think might have scraped her hand when she slipped. So I guess we'll see whether or not there is any treatment needed. But Coco back on serve. She's still got to serve to level, but she gets the break back. And saves the match point. All right. And then a hush is over the chat now. Ooh, Gauff broke back. Backing into the Homer Simpson backing into the bushes meme. That's what just happened. I just saw a bunch of people just disappear into the bushes. Whoop. Spoke too soon. All right. Jovic is getting a little bit of treatment on that finger that she slapped onto the ground. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. She's just getting some tape. And now Gauff's going to serve to stay in the match. Oh, pardon me. Andreeva versus Mertens is starting. That is starting. Yeah, it will be starting now. Yeah. It is showing Jovic when she slipped. The first time she slipped and like banged her hand on the ground. And the second time she slipped backwards. So, yeah, a couple of bloody knuckles. All right. Yeah, this is probably not the greatest thing for Coco as well, to like wait and then serve for it, or to serve to stay in it. I mean, this is probably not the greatest thing ever. She would much rather use the momentum and keep going, but now it's kind of stopped it. Jovic is going to have a little bit of time to adjust with those hands being wrapped, though. So that's, so it is going to be a little awkward for her to hit the ball in the first few points. So it's really important for Gauff to get the first few points here. Not just to hold serve and stay in it, but also because Jovic will not be... Her hands, it would take a little bit of time to get used to the bandage. Medical timeouts, don't think many of them are legit. Well, this is definitely legit. This isn't like I got broken, my leg hurts now, medic. This is not one of those things. Like, this is like... So the rule is, if a player is bleeding, the umpire can call the trainer to patch it up. So the umpire can be like, "Hey, your leg's bleeding, your hand's bleeding. You need to fix that." Plus, it's also like just hygienic. If you scratch your hand on the dirt, to get it fixed straight away, to get it sorted. But yeah, this isn't a tactical timeout. If she didn't fall and scratch her hand, she wouldn't have had a timeout. All right. Coco's going to take the serve and try and level this match. She's serving to stay in it now. And that break might not have helped Coco. But let's see. Gauff serving to stay in the match. Jovic just trying to figure out the bandages on her hand because they are not... Oh, she's just taken it off, have she? She's taken one of the bandages off her hand because it was just... She couldn't bend her finger. So now she's only got one on the top of her knuckle. All right, serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Jovic slipped over and scraped her hand on the ground. When one of her knuckles is like completely scuffed. Serve to the backhand of Jovic. Backhand from Gauff into the 40 Jovic. As Jovic off the tape. Gauff comes in. Jovic with the pass. Too good. Gauff didn't do enough with it. And Jovic just like looks at her hand and just goes like this. Love 15. I think Jovic is like, look, I could like not move my finger and have it bandaged, or I can take the bandage off, be able to hit the ball, and get it treated after this game. Probably not the worst idea for Jovic, really. To be like, you know what? I'll bleed all over my racket in this game, and I'll take it, and then we'll fix it after this. By the way, there's a bunch of like planes flying overhead. Is there like a day today? Is there like an Italian holiday or something, or they just got planes flying? Is there like an Italian like occasion or something? Anyways, return goes to the corner Gauff. Corner from Jovic. Into the corner Gauff. Jovic flying again. To the net. And it's 15-0. First serve is a fault, second serve. Yeah, these planes are flying around like crazy. They're doing like practices for like some like air show or something. 15-0. Gauff serves again. As the return goes in from Jovic, no. Just missed. 30-15. 30-15. First with a fault, second serve. All right, second serve. Into the front of Jovic. Good return to the front of Gauff. Jovic. Forehand to the back of Gauff. Jovic drop shot. Gauff gets it and hits a winner. 40-15, and Gauff just looks up at the sky again. Why are these planes flying over the tennis? Can they like piss off, please? It's annoying. 40-15. Gauff serves. A let. (40-15). As Gauff serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Jovic. Gauff with the backhand of the front of Jovic. Gauff backhand pass. Is a lob. but it goes out. 40-30. 40-30. Still a chance here for Gauff to level. First serve's a fault, second serve. As a return goes the point of Gauff. 4 now from Jovic in the net. 5-all. Coco holds. She has saved match point. To get to this stage. All right. 5-5. 5-all. Back to Jovic. By the way, Pellegrino is up a set and a break against Tiafoe. And Andreeva just started. All right, here we go. All right. As the backhand goes in the forehand of Jovic. 4 now from Gauff. Into the forehand of Jovic is Gauff forehand again. With a slice. Jovic, passing shot, winner. And it's 15-love. Is Jovic the real deal? I'm pretty sure we can say yes. Even if she doesn't win this match. I think it's a World War II 9-12 celebration, May 9-12. Very important days for European nations. How do you all not know? Well, I'm Australian, so that's why. 15-love. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Jovic. Jovic hits it out. 15-all. As a return goes into the backhand of Jovic. 4 now from Gauff. And then Jovic in the net with a forehand. And it's 15-30. Chance for Gauff to get the break here and serve the second. 15-30. Serve to the forehand of Gauff. Return goes to the forehand of Jovic. Gauff. Backhand into the backhand of Jovic. Gauff. Backhand again to the forehand of Jovic. Jovic in the net. And Gauff has got 2 break points to take the break and serve for it in the second set. Those planes are back. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Jovic. Into the backhand of Gauff. Backhand of Jovic is out! And now Gauff is going to serve to take the second. She's won the last 3 games in a row, Gauff. And she saved a match point. So somebody asked, how big of an upset would this be if Gauff was to lose? I'm looking at like similar matches where she's lost. It wouldn't be her worst loss of the year by a long shot. But it's sort of in the same as like the Mukova win, the Mukova loss in Stuttgart, or even the Noskova loss last week. That's where it sort of ranks. It's sort of in that. It's not a terrible loss by any means, but it's still it's an upset. It's sort of on par with the Mukova Noskova matches if she was to lose, but she's winning. So this set anyway at the moment. All right, 6-5. Gauff's going to serve for this second set. Cam, from the moment you said that something about Jovic being a top 5 player, she hasn't won a game. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. You're saying that I'm a magician, that I'm a wizard, that I have magical powers? All right. Gauff serving for the set. It would be like Eala winning yesterday. No, it wouldn't. Eala winning yesterday would have been way more of an upset against Raducanu than Jovic beating Gauff. Are you kidding? Are you serious? Not even close. Eala was a massive underdog against Raducanu. Also, rankings-wise, I mean, 2 versus 45. This is like 2 top 20 players playing. Like, this is not even close to that. This is like if Mertens beat Andreeva today, or maybe if Osaka beat Swiatek. It's sort of like, it's not impossible, but that's what we're talking about here. It's not like the Eala versus Raducanu was way more further apart than these two. Like that would have been a massive upset, like one of the biggest upsets yesterday. This is not even close to that. Come on, this wouldn't. I mean, I don't think people are that surprised. If Jovic won, wouldn't be the biggest surprise of the year. Anyway, 15-love. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff, backhand from Jovic to the backhand of Gauff. Jovic to the forehand into the Gauff backhand. As Jovic forehand cross court, Gauff gets it back. Jovic forehand again. Overhits it, 30-love. All right. 30-love Coco. As the return goes into the backhand of Gauff. Backhand now from Jovic. To the backhand of Gauff. Is Jovic up the line with a backhand winner. 30-15. Great shot. I've never seen a marketing push for a player like Eala. That's not what it is. Are you crazy? We talked about this yesterday. Didn't you listen? 30-15. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff, forehand from Jovic. Gauff for the slice. Jovic with the volley in the net. Some set points for Gauff. 40-15. I feel like people treat the tennis world like the music industry or something. Or like the movie industry. It's like, that's not what it's like. That's not how it works. It's not marketing. That's not why Eala has got a lot of fans, not because of good marketing. As Gauff serves a fault second serve. The popularity is organic. As Gauff serves into the backhand of Jovic. Good return to the backhand of Gauff. Jovic with the forehand. Again, the forehand of Gauff. As Jovic forehand up the line. Goes long. We're going 3! Coco wins 4 games in a row. Saves a match point. And we're going to the third. Ever since Jovic tripped and scuffed her hand, that's been a problem. And that turned things around. When she slipped and sort of had the issue with the hand, And maybe a little nerves, knowing that she was about to, get her best win yet. But we're going 3. Long match too, over 2 hours. And that set went over an hour. But, yeah. What a battle. What a battle between two of America's young stars, right? Yeah, I blame the planes. Well, the planes were distracting Coco too. Medvedev 2-1. Yep. Also, Andreeva's up 2-1 against Mertens, but on serve. Coco should fire her coaching staff. When last did she win a trophy? Yeah. Does that apply to like normal people too? Like all of us? If when was the last time that you did something at your work that made a difference, and if you don't do that, you should get fired? Like, should that happen too? Yeah, the only thing we should do is get rid of everybody and then bring in a whole new team. That'll work. Yeah. Coco won Wuhan last year. I'm trying to think. Had she... Final of Miami. Semifinals of Dubai. Quarterfinals of Stuttgart. Quarterfinals of the Australian Open. She won Wuhan last year. So, I don't think she's doing that badly. She's 21 wins, 8 losses without a trophy, but she isn't doing terribly. She got injured in Indian Wells. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd fire everybody and start again based on a couple of... because I haven't won a trophy yet. Josh!
Come on, Coco ... Show us why you're number 4 in the world.
That's it. Thank you for the 2. Coco's doing fine. So many fixated on trophies. Tennis is complicated and brutal. Yeah. I don't think Coco needs to fire anybody. Jovic needs to have the mentality of her cousin Djokovic. I think that... Okay. Can you compare the level of Jovic and Eala, please? I need an objective comparison. Okay, you want objective? All right. Eala is way better than Jovic. Sorry, miles apart. That's not true. I'm just kidding. Jovic is definitely closer and more consistent, or closer to the top of the game, obviously, and more consistent than Eala has been. Let me have a look at their record this year. Let me have a look. So Jovic this year has 21 wins and 11 losses. Eala is at 18 wins, 12 losses. So pretty close in the win-loss. Best win that Eala's had this year. She beat Coco, but if you want to say, if you don't agree with that one, Paolini at number 8 in the world. Jovic's best win was beating Paolini as well. So they both beat Paolini. Jovic has played more top 10 players. The quarterfinal at the Australian Open made the big difference with ranking-wise. She did make a semi in Charleston as well, which is a 500. So she has had better runs than Eala this year. Eala has made a few quarterfinals, though. The worst loss Eala's had was against Parks. The worst loss that Jovic has had was against Minen at the Billie Jean King Cup. So they both had surprising... In fact, Jovic lost both their matches at the Billie Jean King Cup. She also lost to Cocciaretto in the final of Hobart. Eala's worst loss, and then she lost at home to Osorio in the Challenger event. And then what else have we got? What else is different between the two? As we had double fault Jovic, love 30. Yeah. So the big difference is this year. I mean, the big difference has been obviously the run that Jovic has had, but in terms of like win-loss, very close. Titles obviously in favor of Jovic. Also, Jovic won a big title last year, 500 event, which is obviously massive compared to winning like a 125, right? The points-wise. Love 30. As a backhand return into the forehand of Jovic. Jovic in the net. It's love 40. It does seem like Jovic has definitely got like more of a complete game. Like there are things that Eala needs to improve on. Serving obviously is one of the big ones. Love 40. As Jovic serves. Fault. Second serve. Second serve Jovic. Into the forehand of Gauff. Jovic forehand to the backhand of Gauff. Sliced into the forehand of Jovic. As Gauff forehand of the stretch. Jovic drop shot. It's not very good. Gauff gets it up the line. Up goes a lob by Jovic. Gauff for the smash. It's a winner. There's the break. One love Coco in this third set. All right. Gauff's now won 5 games in a row. All right. Coco with the break. Okay. Cam said Jovic is top 5 and she hasn't won a game since. Real curse. Bro, you haven't even been listening. I said that somebody at the start of the day said that Jovic couldn't take on a top 5 player. And I would say that that person was probably wrong based on this, even if she loses this match. I wasn't saying Jovic is top 5. I did not say that. Why weren't you here at the start of the match? Somebody at the start said, where the fuck is that person? Come back and say it again. As Jovic return goes in the forehand of Gauff. Gauff shanks it. Love 15. They said Jovic can't take on a top 5 at this stage. She's not good enough to take on the top 5. And I think they left after the first set because obviously they're wrong. But they might come back at the end here because, that's what people do. They disappear when they're wrong and then they come back when they think, like, well, where are all those Gauff haters gone? Remember Gauff? Losing, down match point. Oh, bye-bye, Gauff. Hello. They'll come back in a second, though. You just wait and see. Gauff gets broken, you'll see. They'll come back. You go hide under that rock and then come back. Anyways, love 30. Backhand rally. As Jovic forehand into the forehand of Gauff. Jovic forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. As Jovic forehand up the line is a winner. Love 40. Where are they now? They're probably watching. They'll show it back up now. Love 40. To get back on serve here, Jovic straight away. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff. Jovic, slice. The backhand of Gauff. Gauff puts it away, 15-40. They're waiting in the shadows. Yeah, they're hiding. All right, 15-40. But what a great matchup this has been. A lot of people were anticipating this matchup. Seeing how Jovic would do against Coco. The best American versus the new American. There's a bit of slice now from Jovic. That goes into the forehand of Gauff. Jovic with a pass. Win up. Gauff hit it straight to her. 1-1. Jovic is still messing with her fingers because of when she hurt them when she fell over. All right, 1-1. By the way, Andreeva's up 5-1. Winner of this will play Andreeva at this stage. As we had a forehand from Jovic in the forehand of Gauff. Jovic with the forehand into the backhand of Gauff. Gauff in the net. 15 love. And then we've got Sinner against Popyrin straight after this, so stay tuned. That match is going to be fun. Or terrible. It could be the worst. Who knows? We'll find out. Yeah, first time they played. $15 love. As we double fault. 15-0. By the way, to the guy in the chat spamming, don't. It's annoying. 15-0. All right. 15-0. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Take some painkillers before the Sinner match. Yeah, fucking hell. I'm going to be raging. We might have to just have no chat for that one. I'm not going to be able to handle all the idiots that are going to come in here and start talking trash. That ain't going to happen today. 15-30. If you said one bad thing about Popyrin, I'm going to lose it. 15-30. God, I'm hungry too. 15-30. It's been a long match. First, the second set went for an hour. And, we haven't even had a tie break, but we won't now. There's a backhand from Gauff. And then the forehand there from Jovic. Too good. 30-0. Use the cam curse against Sinner. All right, Harry Potter. Relax. Calm down, Gandalf. 30-0. As Jovic serves again. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Yeah, I need to eat something before we watch that Sinner match. Otherwise, I'll rage quit. I don't want to do that. Backhand goes into the forehand of Jovic. Gauff with the forehand of the line. Jovic backhand. Into the backhand of Gauff, but Jovic hit it out. We've got a break point for Coco. 30-40. You could skip the Sinner match and meditate as we already know the outcome. Was that a joke? 30-40. serve. Second serve. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serve in the back and a Gauff. Jovic forehand. Into the back and a Gauff. Is Jovic forehand now to the front of Gauff. As Jovic goes forehand to forehand with Coco. Jovic again to the front of Gauff on the stretch. Jovic forehand again to the front of Gauff. Jovic on the attack. Gauff with the backhand. Goes wide. Good attacking by Jovic. Deuce. All right, deuce. By the way, Pellegrino was up a set and a break against Tiafoe. And Navone broke Medvedovic. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Serve to the front of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic. To the backhand of Gauff is Jovic. Forehand again to the front of Gauff. Jovic backhand to the Gauff backhand. Jovic forehand again to the front of Gauff. As they go forehand to forehand. Jovic again to the front of Gauff. As Jovic forehand goes up the line off the tape. Gauff gets back in the rally with the backhand off the tape as well. Jovic slices it. As Gauff on the attack with a forehand winner. And Coco gets another break point. And again, Jovic just keeps looking at her hand. It's been bothering her ever since she fell over when she had the lead. It's just been on her mind. She's just distracted by it. All right, Coco to get the break again. As Jovic serves the fault, second serve. Serve into the backhand of Gauff. Backhand now from Jovic. To the backhand of Gauff is Jovic up the line. Gauff gets it back with the forehand. Jovic forehand again. Goes long. We've got another break. 2-1. Coco with the break in the final set. Also, Mertens broke back. All right. Coco leads again, 2-1. When you have an injury, you're distracted? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Coco's also, I mean, we know how scrappy she can be, so Coco's also fighting back off her own tennis, but yeah, you just see Jovic, every time she misses, she just keeps looking at her hand, and you're like, she's clearly not 100% focusing on what's going on the court. She keeps looking there. It's definitely being a distraction for her. Yep, break after break. That's it. Coco is also dealing with some off-court issue. What's up? Yeah, also, yeah, Jovic is this is her first ever, chance against one of these big guns. One of these Grand Slam champions. Has she ever beaten a Grand Slam champion? We know she's played them, but has she ever beaten one? So she beat Palini, she beat Schneider, she's beaten Potapova. She has beaten Kenin, so that counts. She's taken out She's played Krejcikova, but she lost. She's been Badosa before too, but she's not a slam champ. So she has beaten Kenin, but she hasn't beaten one of the top players, current Grand Slam holders. She's played Sabalenka, she's played Raducanu, lost to both of them in straights. First time meeting with Gauff. As Jovic hits another winner, love 30. All right, love 30. Tiafoe's cooked. What's going on? Oh, he's down 5-1. Jeez. All right. Love 30 is Gauff. Misses that one as well. Love 40. Jovic to break back again. All right, love 40. Serve to the back of Jovic. Return goes out. 15-40. All right, return goes back in slice of Gauff. 4 now from Jovic. Again, the 4 to Gauff. Gauff in the net. 30. Sorry, no, that's a break. 2-all. Final set. Two games all. All right, back to Jovic. We're back on serve. 4 breaks to start the set. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Gauff, and then Jovic gets the point. Gauff overhits it, 15 love. Also, chat, we're almost at 500 likes. Hey, appreciate that. Don't forget to sub as well if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 300K. And then we could open the box that has the signed tennis cards. And maybe Jovic and Gauff are in there. And we can get a signed Gauff or Jovic card. We'll open that up when we get to 300K. By the way, just to clarify, not when we hit 300. Not like 300, I'll open the box. When we get to 300, we'll do a stream. Or, rain delay, whatever happens. We'll do a stream for it. We'll open it in a dedicated segment. As that goes to the net by Jovic, 15-30. Let's get to 1 million likes. Yeah, sure. We can do that too. 15-30. $15.30. Wow, Pellegrino take out Tiafoe. Wow. All right. Jovic says the fault, second serve. Serve to the backhand of Gauff. Backhand now from Jovic. Is Gauff backhand to the backhand of Jovic. Into the front of Gauff. And Jovic backhand into the backhand of Gauff. Up the line of the front of Jovic. Jovic in the net. 15-40. More break points. 15-40. 15-40. Serving to the backhand of Gauff. Forehand from Jovic. Into the forehand of Gauff. To the backhand of Jovic. Is Jovic in the net. There's another break. 3-2. Ah, 5 breaks to start this final set. All right. Andreeva won the first set. 6-3. While we wait for Alcaraz, I'm enjoying Hadar and Landalucci. Yeah. Hadar got through a really tough one yesterday. All right, here we go. Let's see if Coco can hold. Because that might be the difference at the moment. You can hold serve, you can win. That sounds like every match. Okay, here we go. Coco's going to serve. That's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Jovic. Jovic in the net. 15-love. 15-love. Wow. All right, Gauff serves again. Hey, Zero, thank you for the 17 months. Appreciate that. As the serve goes into the front of Jovic with a let. As Gauff serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Goes in to the front of Jovic. Gauff with a slice. Jovic on the attack. To the front of Gauff. Jovic comes in with a volley. Gauff passing shot. Jovic with a drop volley winner. What a shot. 15-all. Great drop volley from Jovic. Gauff hit a decent pass as well. That was very good hands. All right, 15-0. As the return goes into the point of Gauff. Jovic backhand slice of the net, 30-15. Great shot. Also, chat, we're almost at 500 likes. So thank you for everybody joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, you're a legend. Thank you. 30-15. As a forehand rally up the line now from Jovic to the back of the Gauff. Jovic, forehand in the net, and Coco's got 40-15. To consolidate the break. And go to 4-2 final set. Serving to the front of Jovic. Return goes to the front of Gauff. Jovic. Forehand again to the front of Gauff. Jovic volley. Gauff slice. Jovic volley. Too good. 40-30. All right, 40-30. As Gauff misses that one, we get to deuce. Oh, God. Not like this. Not again. All right. Deuce. Gauff for the forehand slice. And Jovic hits it back, but long on the backhand slice. Advantage Gauff. How's the weather in Melbourne? That's right. Serve. Into the front of Jovic. Gauff for the forehand. Into the front of Jovic. Gauff for the lob. Just goes long and we get back to deuce. Yeah, it's all right. It's getting colder, which is nice. All right. Deuce again. All right. Jovic hits it out the return. Advantage Gauff. Advantage Gauff. As that goes out on the return from Jovic. All right, Coco holds. 4-2 final set. Finally, somebody holds. All right, Coco with the 4-2 lead, final set. All right. Jovic serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of the Gauff. Return goes for Jovic. Gauff. Forehand to the front of Jovic. Again, the front of Gauff. Jovic to the backhand. Into the slice of Gauff. Jovic to the forehand. Cross court. Gauff gets it back. Jovic hitting some really nice shots. Gauff doing some great defense work. And then the volley from Jovic. Gauff puts up a lob, but it's not going to make it. Great hitting from Jovic. 15 love. All right, 15 love. Serve again. All right, it's Gauff. 400 with Jovic. As Jovic hits a drop shot, but it goes wide. And it's 15-0. By the way, Svitolina and Bartunka were out to start as well. $15-0. He is having a break because of all the breaks. What? 15-0. As a default second serve. Watch Coco not be able to break when it matters most. Oh, okay. What if she wins, though? Are you going to, like, apologize, or are you just going to, like, disappear? Like everybody else? Like everybody else! Why don't we all just, everyone just leaves? $15.30. Chance for Gauff to get the double break here. $15.30. As Jovic serves into the forehand of Gauff. Return. Goes long. 30-all. Also, it looks like Navone served for the first set against Mirra Jovic. First serve default by Jovic. Second serve. Second serve. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Jovic. Forehand from Gauff. To the forehand of Jovic. Jovic hits it out. 30-40. Coco to take the double break and serve of this match. $30-40. Jovic is struggling with her fitness. Gauff's luck. I don't know if she's struggling with her fitness. She just hurt her hand in the second set, and that seems to have annoyed her, like affected her to start the third. But also, Gauff does win matches in this way. She does scrap through wins as we get a 4-4 rally. And that's part of her. That's part of her strength as we get a 4-4 rally again. Jovic in the net. Gauff 5-2. She's going to serve this match. All right. $5-2. Coco with a double break in the final set. Cam is probably saving his energy for Popper match. No, I'm just thinking of like, I'm so hungry, I need to eat. So I'm just like, what am I to eat? I'm hungry. I need to eat before the next match. Otherwise, I'll bite someone's head off. From hunger. All right. Yeah, she wins scrappy, exactly. She finds a way to win. Gauff's strength is in her fighting spirit. Exactly. Exactly. That's a massive part of her game. Is that she never gives up. All right, here we go. Coco's going to serve this match. Are we on the way to a Gauff or a back in a match? No. No. That's not going to happen. They're on opposite sides of the draw. There's too many people between them. There's no chance. 5-2. Not going to happen. Never can. It can't happen. It's not allowed to happen. Remember? All right. Forehand up the line from Jovic goes wide. 15 love. No. Impossible. $15 love. First serve is a fault, second serve. Jovic in the net in the return. 30 love. 2 points away. 30 love. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand now from Jovic. Into the forehand of Gauff. Is Jovic forehand again? To the forehand of Gauff. Jovic again with a forehand. Goes long and Gauff's got match points. What a fight back from Coco. She was down 5-3, match point in the second set. And she has fought back to get to match point herself. 40 love. Gauff to get to the quarters. Serving to the forehand of Jovic. Jovic hits it out. And Coco gets the win. Jovic's racket went flying into the dirt. But Coco gets the win in their first ever matchup. And it won't be the last. They'll play again. But Coco just says, you know, I'm number one American, all right? You gotta wait your turn. I'm the best American on the planet. You gotta wait your turn. All right, good win from Coco. What a fight back from her. And Jovic, that's the best she's done against a top player. She has beaten Paolini, but unfortunately Paolini this year hasn't been playing great. But that's the best she's done against a top player. She has pushed Pegula as well. So she is getting closer to getting that breakthrough victory, that big win over one of those top players. Maybe she's just holding off for a Grand Slam win against someone like this at a Grand Slam instead. But yeah, frustrated for Jovic too, because she did have the chance. She was right there. But Coco just too good. She just scraps it out. And you can say everything you want to say. All these people coming in and be like, oh, well, Coco, she plays Sabalenka, she'll lose. Yeah, no shit. Oh, she won't beat Andreeva like this. Yeah, of course she won't. But who gives a shit? She wins this match, so that's all that matters at the moment. She can always lift her level and play better when she plays Andreeva in the next round if she plays Andreeva. Now, let's stop being like, oh, Coco, lucky. Yeah, shut up. All right. Now I'm going to make yourself pasta. No, I'm just going to go have a snack, and then we're going to come back and watch Jannik Sinner. Ooh, against Popperin. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We might not watch that match. I don't know. Maybe we'll skip it. Maybe we won't watch that match. Chat, we can maybe watch something else. Let's watch Svitolina instead or something. Maybe Svitolina. We'll watch Svitolina. Great match. Coco prevailed. Yeah. Great fight from Coco. She doesn't get credit for that. Her fighting spirit. She always gets, oh, well, she hit a lot of errors. But she also won from a losing position. So, I mean, she deserves some credit. One double fault, and after that match in Madrid, where she had 0. Yeah, and the only double fault she had was literally, 5-all in the first set where she got broken. Or 6-5, was it? 6-5? So, yeah, only the one double fault, and that was in that first set, at the very end of the first set, where I think it was at 6-5, right? Where she double folded and then was down set point. So, really just, yeah, no bad, the serving was great today. Cam looks sad. No, I'm hungry. By the way, chat, I'm going to just put this down to it's Monday, and that's why there's so many negative people in the chat. It's Monday. We're all depressed. All right. But Jannik Sinner is coming up next. He is the world number 1. If you didn't know, he is the best player on the planet. That is playing right now. Because the other one's not playing right now. Coco, very happy with that win as well, which is great to see. A lot of great matches going on. Yeah, there is a lot of crazy matches going on. Yeah, only the one double fault from Gauff. A lot of breaks. A lot of those breaks were in the first part of this final set. But yeah, a lot of breaks, including the 5 to start this final set. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat now. Hodar is the real number one. Okay, not yet. All right, buddy. Don't put that pressure on him. All right. Jump on over here. We're going to watch Jannik Sinner take on... Eating at 11:40 is a risk? Bro, I woke up at like 5 p.m. It's basically midday. Don't judge me. I don't judge your life. All right. Gauff wins, saving a match point. Spectacular fashion. Jovic, obviously... still thereabouts. I mean, Jovic should get some credit for being that close to getting the win. 5-7, 7-5, 6-2. Coco wins. Quarterfinal. She'll take on the winner of Mertens and Andreeva. They're playing right now. Andreeva's up a set there, so we'll keep an eye on that. But Coco wins. Sinner next.